I came across recently upon doing my research for how to increase engagement. And I know that's a hot topic because, and I don't mean like TikTok engagement. I don't mean like trying to get the clients and like initial clients. What I mean is when you already have a pipeline of leads coming in and you solve that problem and they finally get to your funnel, and essentially you want to hit them hard and you want to respond back, and you want to make sure that they're engaged. So this is the problem I was trying to figure out how to do so effectively, because when you use SMS, it sort of looks like junk. A lot of people kind of be like, it's another junk SMS text, and they kind of just discard it. So if you have your customers and you're responding them with SMS, then of course you have that risk factor of message not going through, and that's going to be like, okay, why is it even, I don't even know if it's worth it responding with text. But still, needless to say, you gotta have text, and I did set up my text as well, but that's not exactly what I wanted to it's not exactly what I wanted to bring up to you guys for how to increase the engagement. So here's what I discovered, guys, upon analyzing. First of all, I wanted to increase engagement for my talent agency in my luxury pet company, and I wanted to make sure that people actually see they could respond. They get notified whenever they fill out a form. So I have this funnel, guys, and I don't know if you have seen my bio link. You see kind of like a sales page, and people kind of go into that sales page, they fill out a form, and then a little notification gets sent out to them. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure that whatever the notification that gets sent out to the user makes total sense in terms of engagement. So this is what I cooked up, guys. I started researching and I noticed like, oh yeah, there's such thing as iMessage on iPhone. And I looked up statistics just like I look up statistics for other things when checking my junk mail. You guys remember what happened when I checked my junk mail and discovered the statistic of 80% of homeowners not renewing like their insurance or whatever. So the same way as I discovered that statistics from my junk mail, which thank God to that, I was able to save like $1,100 and prevented the disaster. You guys already know that story. The same way how I discovered that, I discovered this additional statistics for increasing your engagement. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? Let me double down and explore to see how an ordinary mom over 40 who wants to increase her engagement, and she happens to have an iPhone, she wants to sell more products, how she can do this, how can she sell more products and services using this engagement technique. And as an engineer, guys, I figured I wanted to figure out a way, easier way for moms over 40, and without in a way where they don't have to spend a lot of money, where they don't have to spend like a huge monthly costs or anything like this. So so here I am trying to figure out this problem. And oh my God, we got some folks here joining. Thank you guys for joining. And yeah, so anyway, guys, look, by the way, this is not taught anywhere in the world. Those engagement techniques is not taught anywhere in the world, guys. You guys only gonna discover the luxury pet moms over 40 who are building their businesses. If you use those kind of techniques that I tell you guys, you will be able to just flat out beat the competition, increase in this particular case, I'm talking about increasing your engagement, providing that you, of course, solve the other problem where you're already getting leads coming in from all the socials and whatnot. Don't worry if you haven't solved that problem, it's okay. I do have a digital power bundle called Thread Stack that shows you how to solve that problem as well. But what I'm referring to right now is a way to increase your engagement with your iPhone, which is a lot stronger than just a text message. As I mentioned before, when people look at your text message, whenever, let's say, somebody filled out your form, let's say you have a business, you're selling something, they fill out the form, and of course, if you respond to them with SMS is going to be looking like junk. And people are going to be like, damn, that's probably another spam, and they're going to be like, nah. And what if you, instead of responding with SMS, you responded with something else, like email? Well, with email, forget about it. It's definitely going to end up in junk. Even if you fix that problem, because you need to warm it up, you need to do so many different things. In 2025, guys, the world has evolved beyond just SMS and email. And here's what I discovered that gives you the biggest engagement. So if you want to increase profits, literally seen an example of people doing split testing between using this method and not using this method, using the method with iPhone engagement versus just regular SMS. And here's what I discovered, guys. Huge increase, especially if you have like lots of leads. Sure, like that's even bigger impact for you. But for me, as a as a side hustler, as building this on a side hustling basis, 2 different companies, luxury talent agency and luxury pet brand, I needed something simple. I needed something that is not gonna create a hole in my wallet. I needed something that I don't have to spend like $1,000 per month. In fact, I actually called the company that specializes in, setting this whole thing up with iMessages and whatnot. So this way you could receive those iMessages and then literally tell me like it's gonna be $1,000. And I'm like, damn, I don't have that many leads. What if it's what if I get 1 or 2 leads once in a while, maybe like once every 2 months or whatever. And I don't really need that, but I do need it to increase the engagement, because I don't want to miss anything. And I know that majority of my clients are bougie boss moms, rich moms. They all have iPhones, and it's just no brainer for me to use iMessage versus just SMS. But I also want to fall back into SMS if a person is using like Android, because iMessage is only compatible with iPhone. And I figured, what would be the most engaging way that I could engineer for a typical side hustling mom who don't want to be in a situation feeling like a process prisoner, where the systems are set up with just junk ass SMS messaging and taking a risk of losing leads. Like, what if I figured out a way that is stupid easy for moms over 40 with their iPhones, still be able to interface with their leads, respond to those leads in systematic way, and with exponentially more increased engagement versus SMS, while still have SMS as a fallback in case if for whatever reason the other person is using Android or something like this. So obviously, guys, hello unreal person, hello. I'm actually heading out to the city, guys. I figured I'd just spill some tea how to pull this off. And by the way, guys, look, right now I'm just describing iMessage engagement. I'm describing iPhone engagement mechanism that you could literally have available for yourself, and anybody could do it. You just need a little bit of knowledge for how to set it up. The way I'm showing it to moms over 40 how to set it up is through Freedom Fusion System CRM, because I literally see no reason, I don't see any other reason why you'd want to set it up any other way. Simply because if you're going to start building this business, guys, you definitely want to have it systemized. If you don't have it systemized, you're just going to be like a constant process prisoner, because you're going to have a lead coming in and like, damn, oh, okay, maybe maybe in May I responded on my iPhone, but what happened next? It's totally not scalable for you in terms of controlling your small little business, even on a side hustling basis, if you were to just do it on just nothing on your iPhone. So what I describe to moms over 40 and what I show them how to do is how to set it up in the system-based way. So this way you could connect your virtual assistant as well in the process. So this way you don't lose any of the leads, guys. And guys, like, trust me, I didn't think too much of systemizing things in the beginning when I started. I just thought maybe like I could just keep track of things and I could just like get away with things. But later on, I would have so many different processes. I would have like, oh damn, I need to hire somebody to create like a product description. And then I'll be like, oh damn, how am I going to communicate with them? Oh damn, I need to somehow inform my virtual assistant for how to do that. And I'm like, damn, how am I going to notify them so this way I myself don't get lost? And every single thing, whatever it is that I kept thinking of, it kept coming back. I kept coming back like, I don't know, like no tomorrow, back to the system way of thinking and back to systemization. So this is why everything you guys hear from me is going to be system based. So, and keeps on in mind, you could set the same exact system up, guys, and it's not a big deal, and just connect it to your iPhone and just use regular shortcut, like our iPhone shortcut, to set up this iMessage thing. So this way you don't have to spend like $1,000 a month, and that will increase your engagement. And not only will it increase your engagement, you're still going to be able to respond to people automatically. Well, like not automatically, but semi-automatically, meaning the best of both worlds, meaning like you're gonna have the capability of just having your phone and respond to people with your phone, with your iMessage, versus SMS, which increases your engagement while still providing the fallback for them to jump into your like website where they could talk on your chat, that kind of stuff. So, and the way to pull it off, guys, all you need to do is set up a shortcut. And inside of that shortcut, you want to grab all the input from your system whenever somebody fills out a form, and basically send it to yourself, from the system to yourself, and from yourself, from your iPhone to another person. So it looks like the message came out in a friendly way to whoever is your customer. So your customer fills out a form. Then after they fill out the form, message gets collected by the system, in this case, Freedom Fusion CRM, and it gets sent to your phone. It gets sent to your phone using iMessage, and after that, you could respond. You just tap a button, and it's going to automatically respond with that pre-cooked message. So this way you don't have to even set anything up, because you're kind of doing this as a side hustle. You're constantly hustling, you're walking around, you don't really have time to construct any messages to respond. You just hit, instead what you do, you get like a little ding on your phone, knowing that it's your customer. So what I'm doing is I'm developing reflexes based on the psychology of, like, I read a lot of psychologists. Well, not really a lot, but I read like this guy, Pavlov, who developed like an instinct. When you feed a dog, when you show a dog a bunch of food, it's gonna start developing saliva. So I kind of figured a way, how can I carry that over into the world of bougie boss moms, and whenever they get a ding on their iPhone, it's gonna be an instinct for them to just tap the button, and when they tap the button, it just kind of a pre-cooked message gets delivered directly to your customer. It's a easy way, guys, to increase engagement while still providing you flexibility to take over and include like your own recorded message, voice message, or include like a video in it, and that increases exponentially. So what model of iPhone do you use as a daily driver? Heck, I don't remember the model. I think it's one of those latest ones. I believe maybe 15 or 16. I don't even know. But honestly, guys, it doesn't even matter what iPhone. I have 2 iPhones. And if you have 2 iPhones, you could definitely set it up as a bridge and respond with your secondary phone to your primary, where your secondary one would always be laying down like in your house and will constantly be sending things and connected to Wi-Fi. But you're gonna have a problem because iPhone has a security feature built in where it requires you to tap on a screen. So unless you jailbreak it, you won't be able to do it. Your other option is to spend $1,000 a month and pay for, just constant kind of a relay kind of system by another company, or you could get your own, like a mini Mac or whatever, for like $100 to $200 and set up a bridge. You could do it this way. And of course, I don't have a mini Mac, but I do have 2 iPhones. But I also wanted the problem. Here's the thing: I wanted the flexibility. I wanted to, I don't have too many people. I don't have too many customers, guys. It doesn't make any sense for me to be spending $1,000 a month to just respond to increase engagement just using iMessage and Blue Message on a scaled way. What makes sense for me and what makes sense for many moms over 40 is to do this on a smaller scale in a way that is most flexible for them, yet increases engagement exponentially and for free. And that's basically what I described to you, how to pull this off. And yes, guys, the statistics, all the numbers point in the direction of really good numbers, guys, really good, huge engagement. Imagine if you receive an iMessage versus SMS. How does your brain react? Just ask yourself, you're gonna think like it's more in a friendly way, like coming from a friend versus SMS. Now, keep something in mind, what I just described is iMessage. I also have several techniques for Insta and Threads. Increasing engagement for Insta and Threads with a SMS fallback and AI chatbot fallback. So in simple words, guys, you're not gonna be cooked in the middle where you're gonna be losing leads. You're gonna be constantly like increasing chances of getting them. So that's the idea. I literally gotta hop on a train, guys. But if you wanna see the whole thing kind of where I whip out the whole automation and show to you how I combine this hack of a phone using iMessage and increase the engagement. So definitely, guys, take a look at my upcoming workshops and I'll show it to you. But basically, it's like a system. When somebody fills out a form, the message gets sent to my iPhone. I could either respond back or I could just tap a button and it responds automatically with just a shortcut. It's a few like APIs with Zapier and that kind of stuff. It's not a big deal, guys. If you want to learn more, I'll show it to you. I'm in the city. I'm actually, guys, going to New York right now. My commute, I go Monday, Tuesday. I'll take you guys for a walk in the city once we get there, if you guys are interested. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find any seats. I think so, maybe. So, but anyway, guys, I'm hoping that I'll see you in my next workshop. And yeah, guys, that's kind of all I wanted to tell you for how to increase your engagement. Anyway, guys, that's it.